Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Football Manager 2017. Today we face the Albion Rovers in the Scottish Cup over here, where we have met expectations by reaching the fourth round, but of course we'd like to exceed expectations if we can. Now, this is a team from the Ladbrokes League 1. As a result, they are on paper a weaker team. They're basically where we were, and in fact are quite a bit weaker right now. Their valuation is a lot lower. So hopefully we can make this count. They actually even have 3 players unavailable. So if we don't win this one, I will consider it to be a massive embarrassment. I've been quite disappointed by our performance overall. The last 2 games, we lost against Falkirk, which we sort of expected, but it was a little harder to deal with than we'd hoped. Conceding the first goal 2 minutes in. I think the second goal was like 20 minutes in. After that, we did hold them to a draw, and we did actually put in as many shots as they did, but weren't able to score, unfortunately. This draw against Dunfermline, I consider that to be a loss. That was just really, really heartbreaking, actually. And the Queen of the South, we did, we won it, but that was despite the fact that we fell apart in the second half and nearly blew a 3-0 lead over here. So I'm hoping we can redeem ourselves a little bit against the Albion Rovers here, and also just help reset our morale before we go into some more significant games. Beating Morton at home will be very important. The Morton's not a very highly rated team right now. Well, no, they're 4th in championship, actually. But more importantly, we're going to be facing Hibernian away, who are 1st in championship, and a really powerful opponent over here. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we've got our match today. We're going to be, for the very first time, we are going to be playing Mr. Ricky Lamy over here, our recent transfer. That's the second time we've spent a fair amount on a defender over here. But again, I feel like we've actually got a relatively decent striker situation going on. Craig McGuffey is still relatively young, doesn't have all the star rating yet. He's only 19, he's got a lot of potential, and he's actually done very well for us. His training's also going really good. Are you part-time? Yeah, part-time contract. If we got you on full-time, it would be kind of sick, but I don't know if we can afford to do that. We'll see how it goes. Craig Moore is fully recovered from what was going on before. It might be a good idea. I think it would be, actually. I'm going to start Craig and Jamie again, our front line, the way things were, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be playing Craig Moore as that false 9. Mr. Thomas is going to be the advanced forward. That's going to be fine. Forrest is going to be playing as the advanced playmaker over here. I do feel like we've got too many guys in the far end, but there's not... It's like... I can't put Forrest somewhere else. Like, I feel like there's too much of a cluster of people here, but I've consistently failed to do better with him. If we had Harkins back, we could actually consider playing a straight-up 4-4-2. Not as far forward, but unfortunately, well, he's almost past his injuries. He'll be ready for the next game, but he's not going to be here for this one. So, I mean, it's a cup match. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll start both these strikers here. Hopefully, Jamie Thomas can put some in the back of the net for us. That would be fantastic. I mean, Craig McCuffey's scored 3 times in 1 game. He hasn't actually done that much, but I do want to get him more and more experience. I want to play him more so that he can really develop his skills as much as possible. So we've got a control mentality here. We're going to go with the mixed passing style. Hopefully, that'll bring our flanks a little bit more into position. We're still going to keep the crosses low because we don't really have people who can head the ball too much in the far end, so we'll see how that goes. Low crosses are also relatively low skill too, so hopefully we can accomplish them better. Yes, thank you. I can retire. I'm not going to be retiring. Is the game trying to give me a hint? That's very rude. Very rude. Fitness tests. Yes, passed, did not pass. All right, match preview. Here we go. They're going to be playing their 4-5-1, which actually hasn't been very successful for them. We'll see how it goes. Most likely, we're going to be fine. Yellow cards are about kind of averagey, I would say. Weather seems to be fine, a little on the cool side, but that's okay. I mean, it is January, and 7 degrees ain't bad to me. All right, we're going to go with this team. That should be fine. Yes, we will give Ricky Lamy the number 15 spot on our team. Welcome to the club, Ricky. Really excited to have you here. Hopefully you can stop some of those late game collapses that we often see. You do have, natural fitness and a fair amount of stamina, so we are the favorites here. So hopefully you'll keep on rocking in the late game. Well, so obviously, Mr. Wallace, we are going to tightly mark you and actually close down hard on you. I don't know if we're going to specifically man mark you. I'm not sure. The two wings over here, we're also, well, I don't know if I'll mark you, but I will tell people to go and close down as quickly as possible over there. So we'll try not to get too pulled out of position. They're expected to prove a point today. Absolutely. Like, go out there, impress me, and, you know, I have faith in you. Excellent. All right. Start match. All right. Kearney, one of our playmakers on the left-hand side. And see that? We're trying to bring Crane into the play in a way that we weren't for a while, and I think it's going to be good to do it. Looks like it's going to be a throw into us over here, which is going to be fine. Are there no stands here? Oh, no, there's a few. Okay, so this red area are the only stands. This is a very small stadium. Oh, give me a break. We're 2 minutes into the game, and we're forced to make a substitution for an injury from our captain. That's going to demoralize our team. Oh, how bad is that? Come on. Nicky. Come on, buddy. Pull through. Well, it might be time for us to... I mean, we do have a right fullback on... I'm not used to seeing Doohan in a shirt that color. You know, on loan, right? We have Tony Ralston here, and he's quite good. We've been playing Nicky because we're still hoping for some development there, and he's the captain and all that, but Ralston technically is a little bit better than he is right now. So we'll see how it goes. This has me very concerned for the next 2 games. At least we'll have Harkins back, but we went a really long time being blessed by very little injuries. I will go and admit that freely, but now it feels like we are being cursed with injury after injury. We're just gonna let's grab the ball like that. Apparently we are. There's Crane, pulls it away, very nice. Geegan over to Forrest. He's got no real target. Oh, he just sends it through people over to Thomas. Oh, it was going to be an offside. It's too bad, because that was actually really beautiful, the attempt there. Just thread the ball through and hope that Thomas can get in position. But unfortunately, Thomas was just a toe out of line. McBride with a free kick. Kearney's going to clear it to Wallace, though. Wallace gets it over to Watson. I was expecting a shot from there. Willis actually took the shot. It was deflected by a body, but it is going to still concede a corner. We have been practicing our set-piece defense. So hopefully... All right, Doohan gets it. I was actually very concerned there for a second that he might not in the middle of all these people. Dumps it deep, but looks like nothing comes of that. Offside by the Rovers. And we find ourselves with a free kick in their end. Geegan tries to hold it for a while, isn't being able to do it. Magat picks up and actually tries the shot. Thomas gets the loose ball, sends it back to Magat, who initiates a new play. Moore's got it now. He's a little bit pinned in. It does get cleared, but Lammy holds it into the offensive zone. Over to Ralston wide. Back to the middle with Geegan. Doherty. Forrest. I don't know. I think he was trying to pass it to Crane, actually. He gets a little bit shot down. And the ball is still us in the offensive zone. Possession's about 50-50-ish. Pass completion's good. Their tackles have been ridiculously on point. 92%. Jeez. I don't know. Thomas decides to run backwards there. Wide to Crane. Crane's got a lot of targets. Excellent. Forrest moves in there. Forrest, who, if I recall correctly, is a little on the shorter side, doesn't really have that kind of vertical reach. It'll be interesting to see what kind of cross that was. We did leave it on low crosses, didn't we? I think we did, and I think this might be a good example of why that's paying off here. So here's the cross from Crane. It is indeed low, and Forrest, who's got excellent first touch and finishing, just taps it into the net in a play that looks really, really, really good. Now, does that mean that we're doing something right? Did we get lucky? I don't know. Come on, Nicky. What is this? Jesus. All right, listen. I'm gonna be cautious. They're going well, but you're capable of even better. Don't F this up. I mean, again, we do outvalue the team a fair bit. It's not a home game, that's true, but I'd feel a hell of a lot better if we were coming into the second half 2-0, because we know how quickly things can sour. Very quickly. Oh, Ralston takes the ball away. Ralston is good. You know, I don't know. What was that substitution? Watson, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that was someone we were closing down. So, Mr. Ferguson over here, we will also close down quickly on you. Try to deny them the ability to set up those crosses. But as long as we've got their striker dealt with. Oh, beautiful pass up to Thomas, who takes a second to try to line it up, but in that time, his angle gets cut off by the number 4 defender over there. And he's not really able to get a clear shot at the net. Moore taking the corner here for us. Looks like Magat was going to get the header on, but he does lose the header. Thomas sends it back to Crane, who's going to pass it to Carney, and he's going to go wide. No, because Moore, I think, was still sitting quite wide there, almost taking up the left fullback position, or wing back almost. Kearney's getting kind of tired here. We are quite deep into the game. 15 minutes left. I think it's an excellent time to do some substitutions. Yeah, Thomas not having a great game. Forrest definitely is, though. But I think we're going to replace Kearney if we can. Means bringing up Michael Wardrop, but who's got no sharpness. But I think I'm going to do it. Wardrop, you are not comfortable as an advanced playmaker, which is fine. I'm going to just put you as a central midfielder. In a support role, yeah, I guess that's fine. Okay. What's the other substitution? Do we want to lock things down? Who's doing this? Bricky Lammy with a 7.4 rating. He is crushing it. What a great little addition to the team. That's really nice to see. I think what we'll do is we'll do the... you know what? I'll leave Craig Moore in there. I'll sub out Jamie Thomas, which isn't normally the way I would do it, to bring in Craig McGuffey instead. Okay, we're going to do that. All right, let's give her hell. Really hope Nicky Devlin's going to be okay. Is it like a foot injury, I think? And if he's got like a broken foot or something, he's going to be out of commission for a long, long time. We're talking about months. Even a twisted ankle, he's going to be, what, like, it's like 6 to 8 weeks or something like that? I don't know. That was an interesting move by Kitchen. I'm not sure what he was looking to do, but he gave us the goal kick, which is going to be fine enough, I suppose. We're going to stay relatively aggressively minded here. Whether or not that's a smart idea, I don't know. But I'm not going to park the bus on one, especially, like, again, well, now we should be dominating. Oh, Andy Geegan gets his yellow card, and I think that will be his long-awaited substitution, which means another person who's not going to be around for a little while. A second yellow card with Tony. 2 yellow cards, 13 fouls. That is back-to-back fouls. Team, listen, just calm down a little. Stop drawing so many fouls. Woo, Magat clears the ball there. Over to McGuffey, actually. I was expecting that to just be a clear and then he reset. Beautiful pass to Moore. Oh, that was incredibly gorgeous. Incredibly gorgeous. It looked like that started with Magat sort of doing a like pass into space kind of move. I wonder if it's going to go that far back. I can always rewind it. No, it didn't. So let me rewind it a little bit more. So yeah, that's going to start with Magat here. Who, that's not even really a pass into space. That's mostly a, he's just trying to dump it. There's a lot of pressure, 2 people threatening the ball. He's like, I've got to get it out of here. But McGuffey, who was quite deep, is in the right position, and he starts booking it. Look at the burst of speed over there. While this defender's not really reacting that way, this guy's definitely trying to make it back, but he's not able to. Then Moore over there, yeah, I'm happy I switched out of the shorter passing style again. I think, you know, the mixed, we might even go full direct, but the mix is definitely helping us a lot because those are exactly the sort of plays we want. This looked like a counter play rather than control. Okay, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Really nice. Ooh. Oh no, Geegan. No. No, 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 no. Don't give him back-to-back card. No! No! That's much worse. Now we're down 1. Now we are down 1. We have no substitutes. Forrest, I can't play him any further back. But I'm going to be less attacky. That's going to have to be okay. And over here, we're going to be switching you to defense. We're also going to switch our mentality to a defensive one. Crane, you're going to be pulling back as well. Everyone's going to be quite a bit more defending. Actually, I'll leave you on support. Maybe sort of a bit of a mid-ground. Team instructions, we're also going to encourage you to waste time over here. So what I'm really worried about there is I think with the 1 yellow card, I'm pretty sure Geegan was going to be suspended for 1 game based on how things were set up. But this is his second, if not even third, sort of red of the season. Depending on how they count it. Because it wasn't a direct red card, it was a second yellow, and I think that might consider slightly differently. I'm not sure how long he's going to be suspended. I'd suspect at least 2 games, but it might be 3. Oh my god. That was a gorgeous play there. Just see, this is exactly what I was expecting. Right here, it looks like we're just dominating a team that's, well, literally a league below us. And that's exactly the sort of thing I was hoping here. Look at Moore. This is, again, defensive play style here. Moore just runs it up the side. He's just like, let me just casually pass it over to McGuffey. And McGuffey just like, well, I'll just use one toe to finish off the ball and put it in the back of the net. 3-0. You wouldn't think it with the frickin' early injury 2 minutes in. And then also, you know, one of our players getting ejected. You can see we're really crowding the net here. Jesus. And once again, the ball's in our possession with 1 minute left in normal time and 1 extra minute. All right. So we got about 2 minutes left to go. Nice arc on the ball there. I mean, he's got some real potential with those free kicks. Interesting. At least we're going to have Gary Harkins back for our next game. That at least bodes well. But yeah, I don't think we're going to have Geegan, and I don't think we're going to have Devlin either. And we don't have Crawford. He's going to be out for a little while. Actually, the loss of Crawford and Geegan is definitely going to make our midfield situation a little bit weaker. Out shooting them 13-4, so it makes sense that we're ahead by so many goals. And yeah, there's been some real buttes out there too. All right, about 40 seconds left to go. We're still on maximum time killing over here too. A little bit dirty, but you know what? Down a man. What else are we going to do? Well, they're trying. I think that's some pass into space or like route one kind of style play. Crane isn't able to hold on to the ball there, which is a bit disappointing. Hopefully, he can wrestle the ball away. Right, there we go. Wardrop knocks it away. They still have a play going on. They still have a play. I'd love to walk away with a clean sheet. It would just feel fantastic. There we go. Ejected out to Moore. We've got McGuffey up there too. Oh, but that's full time. You know what? That could have maybe ended up being another goal here. We can be pleased, but that's despite some luck. You know, happy the result in the way you played. Sure. Huh. Well, we are going to have to make some tweaks to our stratagems here and there, though, because this outcome is really bad. 10-man air hold on to win. Air win Scottish Cup 4th round. Nicky Devlin injured. Sprained ankle, 7 to 8 weeks. Injured while being tackled. Lammy makes his debut. We've receiving $8,000 for completing the 4th round cup there, which is good. Banned for 1 match. Okay. All right. So it did just count as another yellow as opposed to the more aggressive penalty for the Reds because he's already gotten a suspension for red card this season, I'm pretty sure. And Crane on form. Yeah. All right. Well, next match is going to be against Morton. And to remind you, Morton's the 4th place team, so they're doing really well. It's going to be at home, which is going to be good. Whether we go, you know, control, counter, or standard, or something like that, I'm not sure. I think our overall strat's going to stay mostly the same. But yeah, Nicky, we're going to take you out of the picture here. And wait, are you suspended? Or are you just suspended in the cup and not the league? Well, that's not bad. All right, Gary Harkins, you're going to be fine for the next one, so we're going to get you back in your position up front here, my friend. And I believe we are playing you as an advanced playmaker. Actually, you play the Ongonch, whatever that is. Yeah, close down much less. Sure, fine. We're going to get you to do that. And so we're going to be starting Tony Ralston over on the right. Do we have someone else who can play defender right? Michael Rose, who we've been trying to mostly get rid of. Well, look at that, buddy. You're going to be on the bench as a possible substitute this game. Injured. Greg's unhappy. Yeah, because he never gets any first-team football. Deal with it. Harkins, you're going to be fine relatively soon. And yeah, overall, I think I'm going to stay with this setup over here. Thomas, do you have like a variant that you're happier with? Well, you're really happy being a target man, actually. But, okay, you're 188. You must have a pretty good jumping reach. Your heading skill's kind of poor, actually. It's rather surprising. I don't suppose, like, you're off the ball. That's pretty important, actually. So, I guess that's probably the sort of setup we're going to go with. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching another game, folks. Happy to book a win. Again, you know, the cup may be less important than other competitions, but on the other hand, it does get you some money, which is nice. Our board confidence did go up from that. Do we have the pairing yet? No, we don't know who. Oh, there's going to be the draw. Hold on. Let's advance here. Yeah, Scottish Cup 5th round draw. Let's see who we're going to be playing up against. Until fit. And show me the draw. I want to see who it's going to be. Come on. Did it happen? Devlin's injury below. Yeah, no kidding. Matches today. 5th round. Yes, sure. View draw. Draw all teams. Where are we in here? Ayr is going to be playing against Ross County, who's in the Premiership. Okay, so they're a tier above us, which is certainly going to make things a lot dicier. Okay, we can't get the comparison because we don't have a scout on it. When's it going to happen? In the not too distant future, 3 games from now. So we might lose it, and that would hurt, but we're still, above where we want it to get to, so that feels quite nice. And if we can beat Morton at home, I'm going to feel really good about the situation. I'm so happy we won this game over here. Again, it doesn't improve our league standings, which is probably the single most important thing, but it was important for us to get some wins in here, break, what was feeling like a pretty crummy actually kind of 2.5 games, because the second half of this one was really miserable, and we did a good job of doing that. So hopefully we'll beat Morton. It is going to be tough because they're pretty much going to be on par with us, but at least they'll be at home. And if we do that, and let's assume most likely we'll probably lose to Hibernian, at least we'll end up with an overall sort of balance. While we'll have earned 1.5 points in 2 games, and that's not a bad little go. And then we get back to some things that should be a little bit more beatable. Didn't Wraith used to be in 4th? Yeah, so there's been a little swap here that I hadn't really picked up on. That's very interesting. Might get lucky and Falkirk will lose some of their games too. That's possible. Anyway, that's going to be it, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.